Good afternoon, everybody here on YouTube. Welcome to the Celtic Movie Channel. My name is Chris, your host and compere of this wonderful channel and, of course, this great community. Here with a video with my small mini pickups over the last couple of weeks and a little bit of an insight of what I've been watching this week. Something I want to kind of add into the channel, like kind of mini reviews of things that I've been watching. And yeah, I kind of want to put this together, but I've also got some small pickups as well. So what we'll do is we'll start with the pickups, this part of the video, and then we'll talk about a couple of things that we've watched this week, and maybe it's something that you'd be interested in watching as well. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and of course, folks, I would love for you to put your comments down below, you know, talk about things that maybe you've watched, or comment on the things that I've watched, or maybe some of the pickups as well. I would truly love to see your comments and get back to you as soon as I can. So let's talk about some of the pickups. We have got a few pickups today. Couple of things. We've got 3 things movie related and 2 things not movie related, but I thought I'm going to add it in because they are big pickups for me this week. So I'm going to add it in. So something that just arrived yesterday. Now this for me was, I think, a hidden gem of last year. I truly really enjoyed this film. I watched it when it first came out. I've seen it. This will be the now that I have it and I watch it again, it'll be the 3rd time I've watched it. After going to see Nosferatu, I really enjoyed Nosferatu, but would I say it was my favourite kind of vampire movie of the last year or so? I would have to say no, because this movie is. It's the 4K that's just been released. It is, of course, The Last Voyage of the Demeter. Is it the Demeter or the Demeter? I don't know. But what a beautiful slipcase on this. It truly is. And lots of great bonus features as well. Deleted scenes with an alternative opening. Commentary as well, which I've been listening to a lot of commentaries recently, especially on films that I've seen before. So definitely when I watch this one, I think I'm going to be watching listen to the commentary as well. And a making of as well. And lots of different documentaries, but I really enjoyed this film. There was something about it, the look, the atmosphere it created, you know, being stuck on that ship, and the performances are top notch. This is a Bobby Dazzler movie, and but I have to say, definitely worth a watch if you get a chance. The Last Voyage of the Demeter. And of course, what I like about this, it comes with the 4K and the Blu-ray as well. So there we go. That is my first pickup of the last couple of weeks. I picked this up the latter part of last year, but totally forgot to put it on my channel. Now, for all the past videos that I've done before, as you are well aware, I'm a big horror fan. I now have the complete Halloween collection on the Scream Factory boxes. So I've got Halloween 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the Halloweens in the boxes. And I now wanted the new Halloweens, and I was like, what way am I going to go? Am I going to wait for special editions? But I had to jump on this. Now, I don't know if I've mentioned this on the channel yet. Maybe I did, but I don't think I have. I got the Halloween trilogy steelbook box. So as you can see, it comes with the new modern take of Halloween, the first one there. Not the first one, but the newer ones. We've got Halloween Kills, which was the wrong way up. How dare they? As you can see, really nice steel books. I really think the packaging on this is amazing. And then, of course, the most controversial one, Halloween Ends. Look at those. Absolutely gorgeous. As I said, I don't think I've put these on the channel before. I just remember seeing them there and going, I don't think I've showed everybody these. But yeah, a really nice steel book tin box. I really, really like this. And I hope a lot of the other kind of, you know, companies like Universal and Warner's and all that stuff start doing these kind of things. I love these kind of tin boxes. So there we go. The Halloween trilogy. I haven't even watched it yet. I haven't even watched them again. Rewatched them. This one was a gift I got for my birthday last year, but I also did not put this on a video. And again, I've not been out to pick much up over the last couple of weeks, but I thought this needs a mention. As we are all aware, Terrifier 1, 2, and 3 is all right. What a franchise Damien Leone has created. Art the Clown is one of the greats. I've now got all of them on 4K, which is wonderful. But my good friend Kristen once again sent me a little package from America, and this one makes me very happy because, as you're probably aware, maybe in the corner you can't really see it, but over there is this is my VHS player and my VHS old CRT TV, and that one there is my CRT for gaming, my Bang & Olufsen. But the VHS I have of Terrifier 2. Look at this collector's edition. It's wonderful. Look at that. And it comes with two VHSs. I've watched it, like, part of this already, and it's just wonderful to see. So you get it in 2 cassettes because it's such a long movie. As you can see, look at that, proper old school VHS. Truly love this. It's one of the kind of highlights of my collection. So yeah, a great movie, and it comes with the movies. It's got an introduction at the start with Damien Leone. It's got a featurette. It's got some Art Crispy Scratch and Sniff stickers, and it's wonderful from Screenbox. So this was quite hard to get in America, but my friend Kristen got it for me, so there we go. Wonderful. Now, that's the movies. Let's talk about other things other than movies that I got. I picked up, as you're aware as well, I'm a big comic book person, so I love my movies and comic books. A channel that I watch a lot of is AJ's Movie Place. AJ is a big comic book person as well, and does graphic novels and statues, so I'm into my graphic novels, but I really love the omnibuses. See, I'm the kind of person, if I want to read it, I want the whole entire story from start to finish, not loads of different books. So I have a big omnibus collection, but these two came in over the last couple of weeks. This one was triggered because I watched Venom, the third Venom movie, and I wanted to know more about the overall villain, which is called Null, and he is like the King of Black. He is basically all about the symbiotes and stuff like that. So I got, oh, look at this, the King in Black omnibus. This is absolutely gorgeous. Like, the artwork in this is amazing. I am halfway through this one. It's great. I've been reading it for the last week. So yeah, I can't even hold it up. The King in Black Marvel Omni, over 1,000 pages. It is delightful. And the next one was something I put on pre-order last year, and it finally came. It just came out last week. Sorry, I think it just came out this week. Now, there's 2 Omnis for this. There's one called Battle Worlds, which is a little bit more expensive, but the main one that I wanted was the storyline of all storylines. If you like Marvel and you're getting excited about the new Avengers movies and Doomsday, well, you can't go wrong with Jonathan Hickman's epic that is Secret Wars. This is a story and a half. Now, I read some of these. I didn't read the whole run when it was out at the original time, but I'm so glad now I have the whole Secret Wars storyline, and this is my next big read. I cannot wait to read this. Now, some people say to me, well, why do you want to read it, Chris? Because the new movie's coming out. Do you not want to? Yeah, but Marvel do so many different Marvel things where the movies take different directions. So it's kind of good in a sense. So yeah. So that was my pickups. Those are the kind of the mini pickups I've had over the last week or so. Now, as well as pickups, I've also been watching a lot of stuff, and let me talk about what I have been watching. So, the first thing I'm going to mention is something that you're like, really? You watched that? But I watched the documentary, and if you haven't seen it, and you are someone that enjoys true gritty documentaries, then I have to say, this is worth a watch. It is this. Boyzone No Matter What. It was the Boyzone documentary split into 3 episodes about their rise to fame and everything that was going on. Now, when we talk about behind the scenes, fly on the wall documentaries, this is a great example of one that works. It truly showed you the coming together and the breakdown of a band over 3 episodes, and there was so much that goes on. I don't want to give too much away, but just to let you know, Louis Walsh, who we all know in the UK world as the kind of, I always call him the diluted version of Simon Cowell, and he is horrific in this documentary. Horrific. Like, this man has no shame. It is embarrassing, but great TV. And it's a really good story about the band and how, like, the 2 lead singers done everything and the other 3 didn't do much. And the relationship breakdown, and then, of course, the death of Stephen Gately. Folks, you got to watch this. Boyzone No Matter What. It's definitely not something I would usually watch, but I binged this after the first episode. Definitely worth a watch. So I've been watching that this week. Now, sticking with TV, I started a brand new TV show yesterday, and to tell you how good it was, I binged the first 4 episodes back to back. Folks, it is the new TV show on Disney Plus and Hulu. It is Paradise, starring the one and only, the great actor that is Sterling K. Brown. This guy, Sterling Brown, is one of the greats. I really think he's one of my favourite actors at the moment. He's just got such a brooding intensity about him. And in this show, folks, I don't want to tell you anything. I want you to go in blind, because the first episode, to give you the premise, president's bodyguard, looking after the president, who's no longer the president, but still has Sterling as his bodyguard. That's all I'm going to say. Folks, when we talk about a show that totally hits you out of nowhere, and by the end of the first episode, you're like, what the? What? This is that kind of show. And every episode ever since is doing a great job of setting up a wonderful storyline. This is a great show for everyone that likes those kind of thrillers, that likes something a little bit different with some high production value. If you like the show Silo on Apple Plus, if you like Severance, if you like the show Lost, remember Lost? Remember that classic show by J.J. Abrams? If you like these shows, watch Paradise. It is a show that comes at you out of nowhere. So get that watched. Next up, we watched a brand new movie this week, and it is the one that's just out in the cinema. I believe it's smashing the US box office right now. It is with Mark Wahlberg. It's Flight Risk. Right. What can I say about this film? It felt like a really cheap, 90s action thriller. It had vibes of Cliffhanger and Passenger 57 to it. It's not a terrible movie, but it's got a lot of it's got a lot of good bits to it. But I just think the 3 performances from the lead actors, Mark Wahlberg especially, people saying that this might be his best role. I'm sorry, I strongly disagree. I think he was so over the top and hammy in this film, and the fact that he shaved his head. He actually didn't wear a bald cap. He shaved his head to have an absolute bald spot. Was just so ridiculous and so unnecessary for the part. I don't know why. It didn't really contribute to anything. And Topher Grace and the lead female, it was just really cheesy. It was like my classic standard 5 out of 10, straight down the middle. It was like, yeah, it was all right. But it's absolutely smashing it at the moment in the US. And I think it's all down to the fact as well that Mel Gibson's the director. And I was listening to Mel Gibson on the Joe Rogan podcast and saying that it's one of Wahlberg's best performances. He went to a really dark place. It's not. It's so pantomime and over the top. It's nothing great. So, in my opinion, listen, you may love it, but in my opinion, Flight Risk, it's all right. Now, another thing that I watched, my last thing that I watched this week, let me just grab it now. I've made a little challenge to myself that I want to once a week watch my slasher collection that I have on Blu-ray, the ones from 88 Films. Now, I've got quite a nice big collection at the moment. I've got like 15 to 20 of them, and they just sit there and they tease me all the time, and I'm thinking, I really want to start, watching them. I'm just taking the sticker off this one. So I thought, right, I'm going to watch my first one. And the first one I watched was Slasher Collection. This is number 23 from 1989, and it is the movie Intruder. This was a first-time watch for me. Now, the first thing that grabs you right away is it says it stars Bruce Campbell from Evil Dead. And I was like, what? And it also says Sam Raimi. What, Spider-Man director and Evil Dead as well? This is phenomenal. Folks, this is like the most falsified piece of advertising I've ever thought put together. I don't even know if that's a proper sentence that I said, but honestly it is, because Bruce Campbell is in this movie for less than like 30-45 seconds. He's like, it's a blink and you miss at the end of the movie. So don't go watching it for that. Now, let me talk about this as a film. Proper, late 80s, early 90s slasher flick, and it's all about being set in a supermarket store, like a Walmart in the US. It's quite a good little kind of case and stuff. I like it. And basically what happens is they're all working really late at night, which is still strange to me. And one girl's there and she has an ex-boyfriend who's trying to kind of get back with her, and he looks quite violent because he's wearing a leather jacket, because everybody in the late 80s, early 90s wore leather jackets, and that meant they were bad. So basically the idea is they're all in a supermarket and there is someone in there who is killing them all one by one. Now, my only big gripe that I have about this film, and this is my only really big gripe, was the first death doesn't come into the film for at least 40, nearly 35, 40 minutes. So for 40 minutes, you're just sitting watching this really cheesy acting, and like, come on, I'm here for the death, I'm here for the gore. And I remember just going, this is, what the heck, nothing's happening. Now, when the deaths happen, ho 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 ho, do they happen. Now, the great thing about this movie is, of course, Sam Raimi is in it as an actor, and he's just a really bad actor, but his brother's in it. Ted Raimi, he's in it, and he's quite good. But the makeup and gore effects were done with the amazing man himself, Greg Nicotero, who does Walking Dead. So the deaths are gruesome. They look amazing. There is some really cool eye stuff and splatter and hooks and you name it, they go with it. And it really is a cool film. Like, honestly, a proper gory, slashy, cheesy film. But the only gripes for me was just advertising Bruce Campbell and Sam Raimi. And it's not really. It's them, but it's not. And not getting the first death for so long into the film, I was getting bored. Because I was like, it's just cheesy, over-the-top acting. When you watch these movies, you want to see death, you know? So, yeah. But I think it was worth a watch. It was great. So if you get a chance, Intruder, have a look at it online on 88 Films. It's a good watch. It's fun, it's cheesy, and pretty gory. So there we go, folks. That was my things that I have watched this week and some of my mini pickups as well. I hope you've enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. Please drop a comment down below if you've watched any of the things that I've talked about. I'd love to hear your thoughts, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Peace!